Hello, my name is Yana. What's your name?
My name is Anna.
How are you today?
I'm great, thanks.
Alright. So let's start, Anna. Let's talk about you and your relationships. Who are the most important people in your life and why?
The most important people in my life is mainly my mom, because she's very kind. She always helps me to do my homework. She always encourages me to continue learning, and she always takes care of me anytime, anywhere.
Okay. And how do you usually spend time with your family and friends?
For my family, I usually spend time by watching TV, having dinner together, and with my friends, I sometimes go to the cinema to watch movies, eat fast food sometimes, and buy clothes too.
Do you think it's important to have a close relationship with your family?
I think that it's very important to have a close relationship with my family because in my mind I always see my family as a sunshine. They always take care for me, always help me to find the right way to help me to get out of negative emotions too.
Great. Have your relationship with friends changed over the years?
I think that is not really because our relationship between me and my friend, we've been maintaining our relationships from day by day, year by year, and without any change.
All right. And are there any relationships you would like to improve in the future?
Relationship, I think it's with my family because I can see currently I'm so busy with my school, with my study. I have no time for them, so I think that in the future I would spend time by going with them together.
And how important is it to maintain relationships with friends and family?
To maintain relationship between friend and family, I think that we should distribute time reasonably, like this will be fairly for two aspects. And I think it will help me a lot to maintain between friend and family.
Okay, good. So now, in the next part, you need to describe a relationship you have with a close friend or family member, and you should say who the person is, how you met, or how your relationship started, what makes this relationship special, and explain how this relationship has influenced your life. You have 1 minute to think about what you're going to talk about. You can make some notes if you wish. So, and then you will be talking for 1 2 minutes.
Today I would like to talk about a person that I have a relationship with, and that is my mom. Or sometimes I also see her as one of my friends. Um, I didn't remember what time our relationship started, but I just remember it was about 2 or 3 years ago, when I was in grade 6 or 7, and at that moment, I had an English exam, and I didn't get good points on that test. Then, when I was back home, I felt so disappointed, and then I decided to talk it with my mom, and at that moment, because I am very confided in her, and then she gave me a lot of advice, and so that I realized that I didn't I shouldn't play anymore and need to focus on learning a lot. Mm, so that I really appreciate my mom as everything she has done for me, and it has a lot of influences to my life too.
Okay, good. So, and now let's continue talking about relationships. So, why do you think close relationships are important for people?
I think relationships are very important for people because like they can maintain relationships with their friends, the family, and the family will help them to like when they are not they don't know how to do and their friends probably will help them to find out how to do something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How have relationships between people changed over the past few decades?
The past few decades, I can see that the people used to talk face to face and in a real life, and they used to play folk traditional games too. But now I see a lot of teenagers. Usually, spend time focusing on their phone too much, and don't use that time for any other activities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you think technology has had an impact on how people maintain relationships?
Yes, of course, I also think that technology has had an impact on how people maintain relationships because if you have a phone, you can keep in touch with people from the distance, like in for the overseas country or in a country, and you can use that phone to chat with your friends, to play games online too.
Mm-hmm. And are there any negative aspects of certain types of relationships?
I think that technology has a lot of certain types, and you read me.
Are there any negative aspects of certain types of relationships?
Yes, like you can see that toxic friendship and like some of them in your friend groups, just like you, there will be some bad words to talk behind your back, or maybe on the internet, and it will call cyber bullying. And in the relationship, in family, you can say relatives, someone doesn't like you, we try to let it change, they don't want to follow you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in this case, your relationships with your relatives are toxic, right? So, okay, so it can lead to stress, anxiety, and so on. Okay, and how can people balance maintaining relationships with their personal and professional lives?
I think that people can distribute terms play and prioritize for personal and professional lives fairly. They should talk with friends or relatives to build up relationships.
Mm-hmm. And what role do relationships play in a person's overall well-being?
Uh, Person, read again.
What role do relationships play in a person's overall well-being?
Relationship plays a very important role in overall well-being because I think that um, when you have relationships with friends or family, you will have someone to talk with, to share problems with, and they will give you advice to solve your problems.
Okay. So, and in general, it like influences your health, right? Because it's scientifically proven that our relationship like impacts right our health. So, and there is even like a standard of like, like being around people, being like socialized, right? So we need around 2 hours. Yeah, socializing, being with like our loved ones. Okay, and it makes us again happier, healthier. Okay, than those who are like than people who are isolated. All right. And how do you think governments can encourage people to build and maintain strong relationships?
I think that government can build relationships by doing some activities such as building some public places like parks and playgrounds, and people, kids and adults will come here to play together, and they will, when they have the place together, it will make the relationships more deeper.
So it will strengthen their social bonds, right? Okay. All right, yeah, that's the end of the test. Thank you. Goodbye.